In this first look video from InfluenceWP, we are checking out a WordPress plugin called Gravity Hopper. So if you are a Gravity Forms user or you are considering using Gravity Forms for your WordPress website, you may want to take a look at this plugin based on everything that I've read about it. Again, this is a first look video, so we're going to be checking out some things together live, right? Before we poke around the website here, and then look at the actual solution, just a quick bit of housekeeping. First look videos cover products and services we have no prior experience with. They show vendors how new users experience their product or service. These videos are unedited, are high-level introductions, are not sponsored or paid for, and contain no affiliate links. If you would like videos like this or other types of videos created for your business, go to influencewp.com/partners and request your free lifetime partner membership. So Orbital Forge is a partner of InfluenceWP. If you go over to influencewp.com and find your way to the deals, there's numerous ways to get to them. Just do a search for Hopper in this case, and you will find the exclusive deal for Gravity Hopper. All right, let's poke around the website. The website is orbitalforge.com. And then once you get up into the navigation area, you'll find all of their plugins and just click on Gravity Hopper. So again, we're going to unlock the full potential of Gravity Forms with their comprehensive suite of modules. Form overviews, form integrity, form folders, form network, keyboard shortcuts, field hinting, field notes, smart logs, enhancements, numerous enhancements from what I'm reading, configurations, and so on. If you're a current Gravity Forms user, I'm sure all of that is going to resonate with you right off the top. As a non-Gravity Forms user, part of the benefit of this video is we're going to see a couple of these things together. And let me see, what else can I see here? Looks like they have an affiliate program. If that's something you're interested in, they have some demos up here at the top. I'm not sure what that's going to demo. Okay, there we go. So if you want to do a demo, that's cool. The only thing I'm missing here, and I've spoken to the founder, Joshua, and great guy. I would love to see an about page on here. That would be cool to see. I like to put faces with names, so I think that's just a little bit of feedback for you, Joshua. If you happen to watch this, I know how great of a guy you are. I think it would be cool if you had a little bit of an about page on there. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive in. Yeah, let's go ahead and dive in. So over here in my sandbox site, I've got Gravity Forms and Gravity Hopper. I'm just using the latest version of WordPress and the default 2025 theme. I don't even think that comes into play here, but I always like to state that. And let's see what we see here. Let's go to Gravity Forms settings. So if I can bring that up there, there we go. Okay, so with the Gravity Hopper enabled, we have a submenu here. So I'm going to go into that. And it looks like all of the modules are enabled by default. Form overview, form integrity, form folders, field notes, field hinting, keyboard shortcuts, smart logs, and repeatable exports. Okay. It looks like we have a link here for manage available form folders. Okay. So I'm thinking that with that, you can just organize your forms. So let's see. Let's do GF. Let's call it GF1. Do another GF2. Okay. And then we go over, I'm assuming we go over to forms. Yep. There we go. So now we can assign folders. So let's assign this one. That's cool. Okay. Super cool. All right. Apply. Or maybe that just works. Let's see. Now, where are the folders? Okay, here we go. So we got folders up here. There we go. Cool. All right. So that's super slick. Let's go back over to settings and Gravity Hopper. All right. So as we see here, all of this stuff is enabled by default. I'm not a developer. I just know that with certain plugins out there that when you enable certain things, it's going to load code. How much code, I don't know, but I typically like to say that, to my clients, only enable what it is that you're going to use rather than just turn everything on. So do what you will with that bit of advice. But yeah, let's check out some of these features. Oh yeah, there's something I completely forgot to mention because I kind of knew where to click for a couple of things. Full disclosure, like I like to be completely transparent. I tried to do a first look video for this, and because I'm not a Gravity Forms user, like I was clicking on some of these things. Like I just started from the top here, and I went dark mode, but then I couldn't figure out what to do with it. I couldn't figure out where was, like, let's go ahead and enable that. And then I refresh this page, and nothing changed. I go to the settings, nothing changed. Gravity Hopper, nothing changed. I went to the forms, nothing changed. So I reached out to Joshua, and he gave me a very thoughtful response, took the time to create a video for me to show how some of this stuff is going to take hold. I couldn't find it. And so one of the benefits of doing these videos is it shows the vendors, Joshua in this case, people might stumble. And so he was very generous, great in his creating the video and response. And he was grateful that I pointed some of this stuff out that people might stumble with plugins. It doesn't mean they're bad. It just means there's room for improvement, right? So these videos I'm finding these videos to be beneficial, is what I'm trying to say, right? All around. So I wanted to get that disclosure out there. I totally forgot about that. So let's go back to settings. And let's go here. If you are a Gravity Forms user, you're probably going to just know this. But if you're new, then that's different. There is an option to auto enable any new Gravity Hopper enhancements. So if you just turn that on, let's save that. Okay, so any new enhancements they add, I'm guessing it's not going to retro it, but it's anything in the future is just going to be turned on by default. So let's just check out the dark mode. Now that I know where to look for that, so we're going to go into the forms. We're going to click into a form. This icon is where the dark mode is turned on. I would not have found that in a million years. So hopefully that will be improved. I'm guessing it will be improved. Typically, what I'm used to seeing with the light and dark mode is kind of like an icon of a sun or a moon, and that's how you know. Or even a tooltip here, would help. But let's click on that, and there you go. So we do have the sun once the dark's enabled, but it's this planet-looking thing that doesn't scream dark mode. If that makes sense? Okay, so that's dark mode. I'm also going to duplicate this tab so we can see some of the changes. And I'm only going to do a couple of the features because the ones that I know what they're going to do now. Right here, increase the width of the form editor sidebar. Let's save that. So over here in the sidebar, we are limited to like 3 columns, right? But now if we refresh, we have 5. And I'm not sure if this is configurable, but the point is that we now can see more on our screen, which makes us more productive versus what we see here, where you have to scroll and scroll. It's right there. It's more right there for you. Okay, so I think there's one more. Let's do one more that I know what it's going to do. Outline fields in the form editor for clear delineation. All right. So before, when you hover over these fields, you can see like this little outline on the left and on the right. But what this is going to do when we refresh is it's going to do an outline. Okay, you see this very subtle outline here? If I don't hover over my mouse, but if you let's maybe zoom in here, you'll see that very subtle outline. It's hard to see when you're zoomed out. I just completely missed that. So again, that conversation with the partner, in this case, Joshua, like we figured it out, like, this could be improved. And that's why we are doing these videos. So that's the 3 features that I know what to look for now. So I'm going to stop there. You can see there's a ton in here. Okay. So you'll want to check all of this out. It's all listed on their website, that I can tell you. So if we, for example, go under enhancements, they're going to outline everything for you here so you know what to look for. Okay. And from my understanding, some things are going to be improved based on that initial video that I did that, that I sent over to Joshua. So, yeah, that is that part. Let's check this out. Scan install plugins. Now that Gravity Hopper is installed, it will make available Gravity Forms related plugins in your checklist. Okay, let's check and add plugins. All right, I'm not sure what that did. I just see settings updated. Now that Gravity Hopper is installed, it will make available Gravity Forms related plugins in your checklist when they are activated on this site. However, you may want to initialize the check. Okay, I'm not quite sure what that is. Let's see. Okay, I'm not sure what that is either. So if Joshua, if you're watching this, let's go ahead and move on. Configurations. There are some options available in Gravity Forms that require configuration via code. The following settings allow you to control those via the admin UI instead of doing code rather than digging into the code. Yeah. Okay, so hide administrative tooltips, hide license details, hide post fields, bypass template library, disable view counter, and hide view conversion columns, disable creation of default notification, enable CC field on notification, and so on and so forth. So that's cool. Anytime that you can help your users not have to dive into code is a great thing. So that's configurations. Scan all forms. A dependency check is run every time a form is saved. Upon initial installation of form integrity, you may want to run a full dependency check. This will process all forms. All right, let's run this dependency check. Just says settings change. All right, so I am not sure, Joshua, what either of these do as a new user. It's probably going to be completely obvious to a Gravity Forms user. I'm not sure. So all I see is it's saving changes. Maybe a link right here. I would probably put a link down here to what this stuff does and what to look for. But yeah. All right. Go to the Gravity Hopper site page and dive through these learn more options here. Form integrity. Maybe if you go into there, it's going to talk about what this, because this right here talks about form integrity, the scan all forms. So maybe if we come in here, it'll tell us what it is we are looking for. Just search for the word scan. Yeah, nothing comes up here. So, yeah, come in here, come into each of these modules and in sections of the website, the web page here, the product page, and just see what's what. And Joshua, again, if you're watching this, I think you see some opportunities here. Hopefully you do. And yeah, go over to influencewp.com/deals, find your way to the deals, do a search for Gravity Hopper and grab that exclusive discount. Thanks, Joshua, for being a partner, and I will see you all in the next video.